So, hey everybody. Um, so before I head over to Melbourne touring Comic Con today, which if you're local to Melbourne, Florida, I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's only like $10 admission. Really cool. A lot of vendors, cosplayers, a lot of cool stuff. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's run by some cool people. Before I do that though, I wanted to give an update on a couple things. Let me put this up here because my arm's sore. I just got some new tattoo work done yesterday, and yep, a little bit sore. So, we did a filming yesterday, working on the episode. It's kind of gonna be some prequel-y stuff before the Halloween special happens, which will be released on Halloween night. So we shot some stuff yesterday for some kind of little setup stuff for it, and we're gonna be shooting later this week, and it's gonna be like a lot of stuff done, a lot of days leading up to it. So you expect a bunch of releases, quite a few little teaser episodes and teaser bits leading up to the Halloween special. But yesterday I was covered in blood, like soaked in blood, and I had it all over me, and still little bits of it like on me. So I had after the shoot, which went really well. Still learning how to get the equipment going, and I have other people working with me, and they're using my equipment, so they gotta get used to using it too, even though I've had it for a little bit longer than they've used it. So it went well. Learned a lot of things, which is always good, which I've always been told by friends that you better learn something new on a set when you're working. So I think we did. We all learned some things about better ways to be prepared, better ways to shoot, planning, and everything else. But it went well. I got some good footage. Got to do some editing on the footage and stuff like that. But that was expected, and some of the stuff you have to do when you don't have a huge set and stuff like ADR sometimes and other things like that. But it went well. Like I said, I had to scrub myself like crazy because I went and had some more tattoo work. Can't see really good with under there. Done the other day, so I had to scrub myself and take a good shower before. Because always take a shower before you go to a tattoo appointment. It's rude if you don't. So I did that, scrubbed off really good, but I still had some stuff. I had it up my nose. We went to eat Mars. Like, you got blood up your nose. You got somebody busted your nose or something. That went well yesterday. I'm right now editing footage for that. Though I had to do like an update on my computer, which is a pain in the butt when you have to do it when you're working on stuff. So I'm gonna edit some footage. I'm gonna probably release a Real Trees teaser of some sort today. I got some footage that I really came up with the idea for basically that morning. A couple of things, so hopefully I can use them for other episodes, but to get them in the line of the story that's going through the episodes, even though there'll be a couple of flashback things, I'm gonna have to rearrange some stuff or cancel some stuff, which I don't really want to. But if you got something a better idea to go in there, put it in. And you do get a lot of ideas on set. You can't always do them because of time restraints and stuff. I got a couple of things I wanted to do. The other thing I wanted to talk about today was Fiverr, and that's probably why I'm going to be focused on this episode, even though it's already 4 minutes. Fiverr's a online like a market space for artists, about like graphic artists, digital artists, a lot of different kinds. I keep putting my password in wrong for some reason. Every time I put my password in wrong on anything, I'm like, uh-oh, did I get hacked or something? And now my password won't work. But Fiverr, somebody told me about it not too long ago, and I hadn't checked it out. And I just went on it randomly one day and was like, oh, okay. So I had a logo done. If you've seen our new animated logo, I had somebody do that. It was only a few bucks. They did that, and then I actually found an actor for something I'd had in mind for a while. But didn't quite have anybody to do it, or didn't have anybody that was willing to do it. So I had that commissioned up, and that actor's doing that. I should have that soon. That might even be the one I release today or tonight, depending on if I get it and have time to edit it. But from what I've seen with Fiverr, it looks pretty cool. I don't know how their services are, of how money split or anything like that with artists. I'd like to find out that more, because if I'm working with through a system like that, I like to find out if they're supportive of their artists and actually do a good split of the material of the profits for stuff. So those cool things I did. I'll keep people updated as I go along. Of using Fiverr, I do want to try it more and use it more and see how things go, especially with some of the graphic stuff that I could probably do, but would probably take me forever to do. Like the simple logo thing is something like the simple graphic stuff takes me forever. That's why if I had the money, I would pay somebody else to do it, but I don't. But I'd wanted a simple spin graphic animated thing, and I was like, oh, I'll try this as a Fiverr thing, and the person did a good job, a really good job for what I wanted, which was a simple thing. But I'll keep everybody posted as I try it out more. I'm gonna try it out, and hopefully it's a good community that works to hook up different artists together, because I think that's kind of lacking in a lot of ways, because communities tend to be kind of insular, and I found that when you try to contact somebody to work on stuff, they kind of get kind of insular about stuff like that too in some ways, and are hesitant to work outside that, which I've talked about in the past being understandable in a lot of ways. But hopefully something like this will be good for artists of all kinds. But I gotta get back to editing. My computer restarted with the update and get working on stuff. I'll probably do an update from Melbourne Toy and Comic Con if anybody's interested. Again, stop by if you're local and let everybody know cool, and I'll try to make some contacts there, even though my business cards for the trees didn't come in on time. Whatever. That's how the things work, I guess. So everybody have a good creative weekend. And as everybody always says, everybody being me, it's not dead or daily.